we are going to demonstrate some bike seats and show you some bike seats that are great for heavier riders. In my experience, I'm about 220 pounds. A lot of bike seats are catered for very narrow, average, slim body types, especially if you're in the road biking sector. A lot of the seats are going to be very narrow. Now, if you're a road cyclist and you need the aerodynamics, it's great, and you can build up your sit bone tolerance to those seats over time. But if you're a recreational rider and when you get on your seat, you want comfort instantaneously, then you're looking for something a little wider, more cushioning, more support, something that's going to make your long e-bike or bike rides really, really enjoyable. We have our sort of standard oversized cruiser saddle. We have our curved wing cush saddle, and we have our super max cush saddle here with and without a backrest. On our standard oversized 630 cruiser saddle, this is 9.5 inches wide. A lot of seats you're looking at out there, like hybrid road saddles, they're going to be narrower. They're going to be anywhere from 2, 3, 4 inches wide. So this is already an oversized seat. And depending on how much support you want in the width, you can kind of move up the range here. We've got our narrowest to our medium to our large saddle there. So this is a bucket seat. It's great, gives great support. A lot of people do like this seat, but I think in some instances, depending on your weight, the wider will be better. And again, we'll demonstrate that in the video. So 9.5 inches wide here. Now we're moving into our cush curved winged saddle. So this one's a little bit different in that it curves up on the edges, which is great because it gives you side support. So instead of your body spilling over the edge of the seat, it has these wing support. Now, some body types may like that, some may not like it, depending on the width of your rear and your body. It also curves up a little bit in the front to give that support in the rear. So this is a curved all-around saddle. If you fit nicely in it, the support is great. And on the width front, this is 12 inches wide. So we're already moving up 2.5 inches in the width from seat 1 to seat 2. Now, moving to the big kahuna here, the Super Max Cush. This is 14.5 inches wide. This one is really designed to be entirely flat. It lays really flat. It has a little bit of up curve on the edges to give you that support on the sides, just not as extreme as the curved wing saddle here. If you have a wider rear and you still want a little support, but you don't want to come too much up on the edges, this is a really, really great option. You can see all in all from seat 1 to seat 3 here, we are moving up 5 inches, right? So we're going from 9.5 inches to 14.5 inches. And lastly, here we have our backrest, which is really nice with the back support as you're riding. You can kind of relax your back and lean into it and give you support. So how does it feel?
It feels still, it's very nice. I know this is just the standard, but it still feels very nice.
Okay. All right. So if you take a look at him from the back here, you can see that he's got his legs coming out. His hips are wider than the seat. So you can see it may cut off his leg a little bit. And again, it's about finding the right seat for your body type, right? Do you feel how the shape is a little bit different?
Definitely feel the shape, the different shape.
Does it feel actually though, it's like it's cradling more, but is it?
Definitely cradles and yeah, I mean, it is comfortable.
Yeah. Now you can see, you can't really see too much, but you can see how much wider it is, how it's giving them that support. He's still, it looks like it's cutting into his leg a little bit. The other thing with this seat is it does need to be tilted back a little bit to create that cradle effect. So, it depends on how it feels on your leg, really. All right, so what's your thoughts on this one?
You feel like you're in a chair in your living room. It's very, it's wide, comfortable, very cushion, lots of cushion to it.
Yeah. So you can see from looking at it from the back now, having compared the first two, that gets to almost the width of his entire body. And it's giving him support all the way to the edge here. So it's not cutting into the back of his butt, creating any pain. And he's still able to pedal just fine.
Still have the nice cushion and support. It is nice to have the back.
And the backrest, better?
Backrest.
Add something for you?
I would definitely say, especially for longer rides, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you can see he can kind of lean into that if he needs to. There you go. And it gives him that support. So it's going to take some tension off the mid and low back there. And the seat is the same as the other Super Max cush, so he's getting the same coverage. Now, if you just look at these two side by side, you can see the difference. And then if you were to put these two side by side, you can see it's almost about double the width there. And if you kind of look at the side profiles, you can see this one sits a little flatter, and this one would actually be more like this on the bike. So it'd be like that. And it's kind of a bucket. I don't know if that can see that on camera. It has like kind of a bucket shape right there. And now both have the elastomer spring, so you're gonna get great support underneath the spring that will give and bounce with you. So if you can see all three of them next to each other, there you go. And obviously you get the Super Max cush. All right, right here I have the Simple Glide 750 watt fat tire e-trike from 630. Now, one thing that probably really stands out on this is this seat. This is something I've never seen before, ever on an electric trike. It resembles an office chair, but obviously has a little bit of differences. All right, so let me show you a couple things right here. You have the armrest, which can be lifted up and down. So if you need to get in, makes it easy to get in and out, obviously, by lifting and lowering the armrest. And if you see here, you can see how soft and squishy the seat is when I push down. It has a nice foam. This mesh back as well, if you can see, it's see-through, so it's nice because air can pass through here, which keeps your back cool on ride. And it's not super rigid, it feels really nice. If you come around the back here, you actually have a little lumbar support here as well. So this is gonna press into your lower back, just give a little added support back there as well. Doesn't seem like much, but it really is noticeable when you're sitting down. Now, the other thing too is your seat can actually slide forward and back right here. Okay, so you just tilt this up or down and you can slide the seat forward or backward and find the right position for you. There's also a nice angle to the seat, so you're not super, up and erect. So when you lean back, you actually get the lumbar support from this. You have a slight angle leaning back. Really, really comfortable, perfect riding position if you want something that's easy on your back and really feels great, so you can get done with your rides and not have any pain. Now we have our Super Max cush seat with backrest. Now we've come out with the Super Duper Max cush with backrest, and you can see from over there, I'm telling you, this is a huge seat. You've never seen anything like it before. So this seat can install on any seat post. So if you look down here below, I have it on a standard seat post. You can also do a seat post that mounts directly to the rails. I actually would recommend that style over this style if you can get the seat post that mounts to the rails, be a little more secure. You can see on the very edges, it curves up a little bit. That's nice because it keeps your body contained inside the seat. And this has a colossal width measurement of 17 inches wide, and it is 13 inches front to back. Now, I do want to point out and say this seat is not for everybody. On the upright rides like this, I don't like it because it cuts my leg off. So it really depends on, if you're not pedaling, it's super comfortable. If you are somebody that doesn't have bigger legs or a bigger back end, this may not be the seat for you because it can chop into your legs. For other people, it may be the right choice. Now, on the backrest here, the backrest is 14 inches tall by 14 inches wide. And you can see from the back here, you can slide it up and down. Now, this is our relaxed body e-bike, and this has the forward pedaling design. And because you're pedaling out in front of your body and not straight down as much, this is a really, really, really comfortable option. Very comfortable because your legs are not being chopped off because you're actually pedaling slightly out in front of you. All right, so if you look at my side profile here, now this isn't the kind of seat where you want to lean all the way back into it. You just want to have it be giving you support in your lower back. So that's important to note as well. When I get going here, let's put that into 2. Get comfortable. You can see it's nice and cushy up against my back. And now I can lean back into it, but you just don't want to be leaning all the way back. Now you can see also When I pedal, actually feels quite nice because, again, it's not chopping off my leg midway. On this one, you can see I want to pedal down, so it is hitting my leg more here. Now, if you have longer legs or a bigger rear, you probably won't get the same effect. So just be sure of what you like. And the other thing I'll say is if you don't do a lot of pedaling and you just want to use the throttle, it is ultra comfortable because it's like a regular seat. So if I'm just sitting here like this, honestly, really, really, really comfortable. If I go to pedal, actually, it's not too bad. Still pretty comfortable, but again, I can feel it cutting my leg off a little bit, not terrible. Could I go 10 miles pedaling like this? Probably not. Could I go 20 miles like this not pedaling? Absolutely.